Yeah, I think that forward, at least as of now, is a tough position to find value. So we'll get there. I think guard is where we're going to be able to save salary. I think at forward, there are some pretty good pay up options. I think Paul George may make the most sense. Kevin Durant looks good. Giannis looks good. But George is in a good spot against the Pelicans, and the Clippers are a little bit shorthanded. I'm a little concerned about this being a back to back, but Nick Batum is out. I think he probably misses tonight's game also. Terrence Mann's been dealing with an injury. And George has just been really good this season. So I don't think he's that necessarily that much better of a choice than Giannis or Durant. I like all of these guys. George is kind of the spot I'm leaning, but I do think in general, paying up for a top tier forward is going to make sense from a roster construction standpoint.
Okay, Kenny, do you agree there? You got to pay up here if you're going to be building around someone at forward?
Yeah, Matt just lobbed the ball up to me, and I'm going to dunk it. He didn't mention one pay-up option, which I think is a really, really good deal, and it's Jayson Tatum, 10.1K. Yeah, we saw him struggle against the Cavaliers, right? And everyone wanted to say, Jayson Tatum, he's bad now, right? He's actually just a bad basketball player. That's not the case. He had to face Evan Mobley in that game, and with the exception of that game, he's been absolutely fantastic. He's gotten you 5X pretty much every time he's hit the floor in the last 6 games, 46 or more fantasy points in 5 of the last 6. This is a pace-up game here. The Hornets are the Lakers are second in pace and 14th in defensive efficiency, so that always makes them a good play. And now Jayson Tatum gets to face Taylor Horton-Tucker and Carmelo Anthony. Look, this is a guy that's had his struggles over the last 2 years. Maybe he hit a little bit of a wall. Maybe he's not going to be the best player in the league like some people thought he might be in one day. You know what, though? This is a very good matchup, a very good price to pay on Jayson Tatum. I think you should definitely get your 50 fantasy points here. And you're very happy with that because I agree with Matt. I think that this is a very difficult position to save money at. I want to spend up. And I do love the Paul George call. I love the Clippers tonight. But I think that Jayson Tatum is going to go a little overlooked. And I think, again, you just can't ignore the pace, right? The Lakers are always a great team to target. I think this is a pretty good scenario to play Tatum.